Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am going to show you what I do to prep for the week full of meals on carnivore. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. I'm speaking from experience that I've had my roughest weeks, or like my lowest weeks, when I have not prepared accurately for the week ahead. And so a big part of that is just stocking your fridge, first of all, and then second of all, actually cooking your ingredients, because carnivore is so simple in the fact that it's just meat, really. But a lot of times I can get trapped in this cycle of literally just eating eggs and bacon because I didn't prepare. I'm a person who like easily gets bored of food and needs some variety, which you might not think that you can have that on carnivore, but you really can. And so I'm gonna make some very easy meals for the week ahead. I teach first grade, and so there were phases where like I wouldn't bring lunch to school and I'd hate my life because I was starving, and you don't want to starve yourself. You want to be getting plenty of food. But I'm going to show you what I'm putting in my lunch boxes for the week, and also kind of how I plan for the week ahead dinner wise. This coming week we actually have a really busy week at night, and so I think there's like 3 or 4 nights this week where I'll be out of the house at dinner time. So I want to make sure that I have ingredients prepped and as much of the work done now, so that later this week I'm not tempted to cheat or just pick something up or order something simply because I didn't prepare. I think that is like the biggest key to success, is preparing, and it's the easiest way to fail, because the minute you get desperate or frustrated or hangry, you just want to eat everything in sight, or give a little inch and then you'll eventually take a mile. I'm going to show you some things that I buy from the grocery store at the start of every week, because this really does help me. And I know that a big benefit of like being on carnivore is you're kind of staying away from pre-made food or pre-packaged food. I'm showing you what works for me, and if you're just getting started and the idea of like stocking your fridge or just preparing meals in this way freaks you out, do what works for you. Okay, I'm going to show you what works for me, and some of these things are going to be considered dirty carnivore. I'm okay with that. I did this for months and I did not have like negative results from incorporating this. I'm going to show you the things that I pick up at the start of every week, because this just makes my life easier and it provides the variety that I'm looking for. So the first thing, cubed cheese. So these are all hard cheeses, and there is one that's like pepper jack, so it has some spices in it. That's why I said it's dirty carnivore. I'll break this up and put a little in my lunchbox for every single day of the week, and then it feels like a big kid Lunchable, So these are great. This was pricier. I will say, like, the prepackaged stuff's always going to be pricier than if you just like do this yourself, cut this yourself. So this was $4.99 it was on sale at Albertsons today. And so yeah, I'll just break this up, put it in my lunchbox. The next thing is prosciutto sticks. These are different than, I think in my last video I mentioned that mozzarella sticks, like by Kraft and stuff, they have wood pulp in them for adhesion. I try not to buy those anymore. These are from the deli. They're much higher quality. I get kind of bored of the prosciutto, so this week I picked up sopressata. I don't know, whatever that is. This one I thought was like a salami or something. It's a word I can't pronounce, but these will be another way to diversify my lunch boxes, and I don't have to cook anything. Next thing that I get from the deli each week is this chicken salad. And so I've talked to the deli workers and they've kind of told me what all goes in here. The only thing that I'd say that breaks carnivore is the fact that there is like chopped up celery in this. So again, do what you're comfortable with. I've had this for months when I was on carnivore. It did not bother me. It didn't make me sick. If you're like going through carnivore for the first time and still trying to figure out what in your diet is causing inflammation or pain or just irritation, you really won't know until you like fully kick that stuff out. So I've kicked all these things out before. I know that this specific stuff like does not bother me. This is a mixed box, mixed roasted chicken. It's an 8 count of dark meat. I do not really care for white meat. This is the unflavored, so you can get like habanero or like lemon pepper. I get this just like the regular roasted chicken flavor. So this is another great thing. I don't have to cook, and I'm not gonna try and like eat all these every day. I will do my best to cook or to have leftovers leftovers, but I would rather buy stuff like this and need it later than not have it and like cheat or, you know, eat eggs again. This is a great last minute option if you didn't feel like cooking or didn't have anything prepared from the night before. I like to pick this up. My grocery bill today of this like prepared food was about $40. So that is expensive if you like do that every Sunday, and I'm not gonna do it every Sunday. I just know that this week it's a busy week. I don't have many nights where I'm gonna be cooking, and so I want to have a good amount of stuff ahead of me. I'm gonna be making some boiled eggs, some chicken dishes. I'm gonna do some breakfast quiche, so that way I can have that in the mornings with my coffee. And then if you haven't heard of these before, egg white tortillas, these are made of egg whites, and these kind of replace what like the low carb mission tortillas replaced. So if you're missing like a bread element, don't be mistaken. This tastes nothing like bread, but in like 3 months you will truly be in it enough to think this tastes like bread. I'm not there yet, and that's okay. So I will be using this for the breakfast quiches. I would not say that I'm like deep in the trenches enough yet to use this as a tortilla, because I'm not, but these are great for like air fryer pizzas or wraps down the road. But this is a great crust for the quiche that we'll make in a second. And then I also have some rabbito sausage. If you don't live in Louisiana or East Texas and you don't have rabbito sausage, I'm so sorry for you. But these are some of the things that I'm going to be making, because again, we're trying to keep things fun, diversified, not get bored, and most of all, simple. This is really simple. So let's make all this stuff, and I'm going to assemble my lunch boxes. I'm going to start off by boiling my eggs and just kind of like have that going, and I'll probably boil like 8 eggs because this is a good breakfast option and just to have in my lunch. Ew! This new thing of eggs is cracked. Ew, that is sick. Oh my god, so many of these are cracked. Oh, I'm so mad. This pack of sausage comes with 2 pretty good sized links, so I'm just gonna cook 1 because I do want it to be fresh. Like, I don't want to necessarily have old food cooked and then like that's my whole week. So I'm gonna cut these 2 links. Okay, so we have quite a few things going right now. So I'm gonna start on the bacon, and I'm gonna cook it like 80% of the way because it's gonna go in the quiche, like the breakfast quiches. And so I'm gonna put that going. The boiled eggs just came off. If you don't have an air fryer, I will say, like, I did not have an air fryer before Carnivore. I love my air fryer. It makes everything heat up much better. I feel like an air fryer kind of like traps that flavor and crisps things up. So if you don't have one, look on Facebook Marketplace, or like do something to get your hands on an air fryer as soon as you can. My stuffing for my quiche is cooking right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these egg life tortillas. I don't want to use them all for this specific recipe, so I am going to like break them up, and I'll show you how to do that. They're really easy to cut just because you really can't fathom what these feel like. Picture what you think a pizza crust is supposed to feel like and then make it like rubber, and that's what an egg life tortilla is. And so I'm literally going to tear these down the middle just like that. I'm gonna do 4 of them. I just cut open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will make 6 of these little breakfast wraps, and I'll show you how to position them in your muffin pan to like make them cook the best. But don't get your hopes up, they're still gonna be rubbery, okay? I'm gonna package up my chicken salad for the week, so I'm breaking it up into 5 days, and I'm not gonna have a ton because again, this does have celery, so I don't need to eat like a full portion of it, but it will just be a nice like extra snack to go with my lunch. now I have a whole week of little chicken salad. This tub of the chicken salad was $8 for, I mean, it's huge. It was like 1.5 pounds of chicken salad, so it's quite a bit. The last thing that I'm gonna prep is burger patties. This is a great source of fatty beef and they're really dense, so they're filling. A way you can like really make this fun or like switch it up during the week is by doing hangover burgers, which are like my favorites, just the fried eggs and cheese on top. But this will be for my lunchbox. So I think I'm just gonna make 3 big patties because I have plenty of other meat to kind of like rotate through the week. So I don't want them to go bad. I don't want them to get dry, but I'm going to mix it in this big measuring bowl. I'm gonna mix in like Parmesan, some eggs. I would normally do panko, but I don't feel like shredding it all. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to make even more of a mess in my kitchen and I'm ready to go take a nap. So I will show you how I make these burgers. They're so fast and easy. Even though burgers like create their own grease, I'm still gonna keep that sausage grease. There's just a little bit left. I drained most of it in the pan. And then I would, if I were eating these immediately, I would melt a cheese slice over it. The day that I heat them up for lunch, I'll just bring a cheese slice and like melt that over. So I don't want it to like sit too long. This is nearly 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm not gonna use all of this. I'll do some of this for tacos later. I'll take about half of this for the burger patties. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful in planning your week, and I will be releasing some recipes later this week of different carnivore recipes that I perfected that made me feel like I wasn't on a diet. And so I haven't really accounted for leftovers. Obviously there will be leftovers from some dinners this week, but I know that I have this as a go-to. Even if I eat this for dinner, it's nice that it's prepared, it's done. This took me about 1.5 hours and I'm pretty much set for the week on lunches and breakfast. So I hope you guys have a great week. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I know a lot of you have told me that you plan on doing this journey with me, this 30 days. So if you're doing a 30-day carnivore challenge, or if you're doing carnivore for the first time, or if you're restarting it, let me know in the comments and we can encourage each other. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great week.